Looking back at our CET graduation, back when I was still an aspirant, I remember feeling overwhelmed by a storm of emotions: nervousness, fear, excitement, and even frustrations. It was so intense that I couldn't even tell if my heart was still beating. There's one moment from that day that I've shared before, but remains unforgettable. While I was sitting in one of those monoblock chairs, alongside with my fellow co-aspirants, something unexpected happened. A bird dropped its poop right onto my collar. At first I was shocked, but what caught my attention was the shape. It looked just like a diamond. The very shape of the insignia I wear right now. That moment brought my mother's words back to me. Bird droppings are a sign of good luck. Something as strange as that. Fate seemed to give me a sign. And from that day on, everything changed. For a long time, I thought life was about getting everything right. About winning, achieving, being enough, and being snappy all the time. I thought there was this huge goal I had to reach to finally feel like I was doing right. But the more I live, the more I realize it's not about perfect answers or even perfect formations every Wednesday. It's about experiencing, feeling things fully, letting life hit you with the good and bad, and saying, I was here. I felt it all. When I started my journey as an aspirant, ana sila, alsa-alsa, manigbang ko ba yung mga officer, dayon ka, salutan pa dyan dayon ka, or mag-push up ka mo, tapos tawagon na sir or madam. Well, I'm glad to say that me and my co-officers went through all of that. From sharing water bottles, luha every dropping, singot, and even laway, to now sharing documents, rifles, and access to Google Drives. CAD 2024 to 2025 wouldn't be made possible without my kamatis, who stayed and went through all of the hardships, even when we all wanted to quit at some point. To my co-officers, the day has finally came for us to pass on the command. Mura gahapon lang, when we were crying and praying, naunta dili mi ma-drop, kay sayang ang nasugdan. Who would have thought that we would reach this far? I'm glad I took the risk in joining the citizenship advancement training, despite of it being hard and draining, because I get the chance to meet such dedicated and hardworking people and go through this journey with you all, my co-officers. It is something that I will carry all throughout my life. I'll surely miss our shared memories. As what they say, growth means change, and sometimes change means letting go. To my successor, lead with integrity and continue what we have started. To the next battalion commander, the insignia you will soon wear is not just a symbol. It is a promise to lead with integrity, to serve with humility, and to always put the battalion before yourself. This journey won't be easy, but you are not alone. You carry with you the support of those who came before you, and the strength of those who now stand behind you. Lead with a heart, lead with a purpose, and most of all, lead with honor. As I step down, I do so with peace and pride, knowing that the battalion is in capable hands. The future is now yours to shape. From the lyrics of Frank Ocean, "You ain't a kid no more. We'll never be those kids again." And although Frank may be correct, but I believe that we have the power to continually grow for the better in ways that are even more amazing in who we are now and who we were before. So sure, we'll never be those kids again, but there's a celebration in that statement, knowing the possibilities of remarkable young adults we can be. Citizenship Advancement Training 1, Class of 2024 to 2025, Batch Uswa, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for the memories, the lessons, and the honor. This organization has brought various changes in my life, and I feel completely honored of being battalion commander. Thank you, and once again, good morning. Relinquishment of command, first one to Section 1, Unit Order Number 01, Headquarters Citizenship Advancement Training 1, Central Mindanao University Laboratory High School, University Town, Muswan, Bukidnon. Dated June 1, 2025. I hereby relinquish the command as Battalion Commander of Central Mindanao University Laboratory High School, Citizenship Advancement Training 1, effective 10 June 2025. I am now ready to be relieved.
I'm ready to give you more.
Commander of Central Mindanao University Laboratory High School, effective this day.
Job well done. Congratulations.
Sir, I have successfully assumed the command of Battalion Commander of Central Mindanao University Citizenship Advancement Training 1, effective today, sir.
Take your post. Congratulations.
to our esteemed guest, Police Major Crisayan Estagap, Sir, to our commandants, Sir Herson Minto and Sir Pagtulunan, members of the faculty and staff, honored parents, distinguished officers, and fellow cadets, I extend my warmest greetings to you all on this special occasion. It is with deep humility, immense pride, and a strong sense of duty I stand before you today as the incoming Corps Commander of the Central Mindanao University Laboratory High School Citizenship Advanced Training 1. First and foremost, I give all honor and gratitude to our Almighty God for guiding us through this challenging yet fulfilling journey. To our ever passionate and dedicated commandants, Sir Herson Minto and Sir Edward Pagtulunan, thank you for your leadership, patience, and steadfast belief in our potential. Your example has shaped our discipline, strengthened our will, and instilled us the true meaning of service. To respected officers, sirs, and madams, thank you for molding us into better, stronger, and more capable leaders of tomorrow. Your guidance has made a lot of difference. To Madam Rabong, Madam Kasuyon, Madam Maligro, and Sir Maravillosa, thank you for taking care of us, leading us, and guiding us on every step of the way as our COCS instructors. We not only consider you as our instructors, but as parents and guardians who lead us, discipline us, and sometimes scold us for the decisions we make. All of you have played one of the biggest roles in helping us become the officers we are today. For the past 10 months, you have been keeping an eye on us, whether present or not. We always felt your presence. In my experience, I can say that at the start of the school year and during my first months as a cadet officer candidate, I underestimated your presence. But after just one afternoon of scoldings, I realized I should never underestimate this organization. Dili siya sa'yo. Those were the exact words that came out of my mouth. Everything you told us struck us deeply. It depended on how we took it. But I know all of us placed it in our hearts and used it as fuel to keep moving forward. We could not have reached this point without your support and mentorship. To my fellow incoming officers, thank you for your commitment to what we set out to achieve. Thank you for standing strong together during the crucial moments. We cried, we sweated, we endured. Every push-up, every breath during our jogs, every salute we made, all of it was a testament to the effort we poured into this journey. I am proud of who we've become, and I know we will achieve even greater heights and feats as officers. To my mother, thank you for being my anchor. Your emotional support, your sacrifices, and your constant belief in me gave me the strength to push forward. Thank you for waking up early just to get me to school, for worrying when I overworked myself. Ma, you introduced me and gave me insights into what this organization could be. As you were once an officer yourself, I wanted to be like you, a snappy, caring, loving mother. Salamat kay Ma. This is all for you. I carry your love with me in everything I do. Well, this moment is not mine alone. It is a reflection of our unity, our resilience, and our growth. Let me take you back to where it all started, when our officers roamed around the grade 9 classrooms. I was so excited, I even told our Corps Commander, Madam Tagap, if the recruitment would start the next day because I already had my white shirt ready. But she said, not yet, so naulan na lang pag-asa sa ila. And then, that day came. They finally went to our room. I was playing basketball on the court at that time. My classmate rushed to me and said, the officers were recruiting already. And I was still in a sleeveless jersey instead of my uniform. I ran fast. I didn't want to miss their introductions. I entered the room in sweat, clearly just for playing. They said being aspirant was fun. All we had to do was pick up trash and eventually we become officers. Plus, there was food. I smiled big, and without hesitation, I enlisted. Fast forward to our biggest event, Palaro. That's when I began to adapt to the butang. Aktik dabat, and when they need 2, 3, or 4, now diretso. We would even race each other with my co-host parents before. After that specific event, we went back to our classroom just like our school days. Until one day, our COCS instructors told us, eat early, make sure walay kwaton, no absence. Me and my co-host parents were trembling because anything could happen. Di rin dapat magkumpiyansa. We formed up in the usual area until they told us that the first dropping would begin. That's when my day started to fall apart. Knowing that someone I worked with, or maybe even me, could be dropped. We were spread out far away from each other. Some got tapped on the shoulders and said, "Thank you for your service." This event played with our minds and hearts. They wanted to see how we'd react. I could hear the cries of my companions, others sobbing quietly. I started to feel numb while singing our batch songs. I felt the emotions rising. Then they told us to stop singing. There were more turns, taps, and words spoken by every officer. My heart was pounding. They told us to open our eyes. I didn't want to, but I had to. I saw my ex-co's parents standing in front, staring at us with disappointment. I had goosebumps. I didn't know what to feel. What hurt the most was that I had good friends in front of me. Friends I had planned to become officers with. I once asked myself, why would someone cry in a dropping? Now I knew. They let us say our final words. One of them, a special friend, hugged me, whispered something, and I told him, "Wala gini sa tong plano ba? Wala jud." He cried on my shoulder, and I shed tears with him. Droppings are one of the most crucial events in being an aspirant. You never expect to hear a name or to see someone you trained with be presented in front. But after all those tears, we moved forward. We still greet each other in the hallways, ask how we're doing, just like normal friends. Because I do believe in every mistake, every end, and every wrong path we take, the Lord has bigger plans. He will recruit us to something greater. Dili na nato But it will be the start of a better beginning for you and for all of us. So to those who fell along the way, to those who stumbled on obstacles, always know, pwede na ka mo tindog balik, ubangon, or muambak pa ka. It's up to you. Be resilient. Bounce back. Learn from every mistake. Acknowledge it and accept it. Because we're only human. We make mistakes. But know this, wala deadline ang pag-bounce back. Ang pagbawi. It's never too late. So as your incoming Corps Commander, I accept this role with full commitment and a heart ready to serve. I will uphold the legacy of leadership, integrity, and discipline that this program has taught us. I will not lead with power, but with purpose, to inspire, to guide, and to uplift every cadet of the Corps. As I end my speech, I would like to share an anonymous quote. The best view is always seen after the hardest climb, and for us to succeed, we must help each other. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. Thank you again for giving me this opportunity, Mike, and may God bless us all.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Commandant of the CMULHS Citizenship Advancement Training 1, it is my honor and privilege to present to you the outgoing Corps of Cadet Officers, USWAG Class 2025, to render the courtesy to the CT-1 Commandant. a manifestation of the respect and loyalty to the CMU Laboratory High School Citizenship Advancement Training 1. These officers, shaped by years of training, mentorship, and personal growth, stand tall as symbols of honor, excellence, and service. With unwavering discipline, they express gratitude to Central Manila University Laboratory High School through the Commandant for their transformative journey, ready to embrace new challenges and carry forward the legacy of their esteemed institution, inspiring future cadets to become responsible citizens. Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Andy J. T. Taka, Battalion Commander. Cadet Major Ezekiel Randy C. Gonzalez, Battalion S1 Adjutant. Cadet Major Jed Miles J. Branzuela, Battalion S2 Intelligence. Cadet Major Johanna Athena R. Santiago, Battalion S3 Operations. U.S. Kini Q. Apayani, Battalion S4 Logistics. Cadet Major Jeremiah Jem E. Kotko, Battalion S7 Public Relations Officer. Cadet Captain Michaela Nicole A. Kapusan, Alpha Company Commander. Raisa Quinvir C. Miranda, Bravo Company Commander. Cadet Captain Ray Matthew A. Monteverde, Alpha Company Executive Officer. Cadet Captain Andrea A. D., Bravo Company Executive Officer. Cadet Captain Philip S. Solatan, Headquarters Company Commander, Records Officer. Cadet Captain Sandra C. Ramon, Chief COCS, Chief Military Police. Cadet Captain Larry Chris P. Navarro, Chief Medic. Cadet First Lieutenant Hussein Ray B. Cruz, Alpha Company First Platoon Leader, Military Police. Cadet First Lieutenant Axel Tom A. Vulcano, Alpha Company Second Platoon Leader, Military Police. Cadet First Lieutenant Lena Therese F. Martinez, Bravo Company First Platoon Leader, Military Police. Cadet First Lieutenant Julian Rovel A. Gata, Bravo Company Second Platoon Leader, Military Police. Cadet First Lieutenant Rebel Johan W. Madigo, COCS Instructor. Cadet First Lieutenant Jamila Faye G. Kasubian, COCS Instructor. John Robert E. Maravillosa, COCS Instructor. Cadet First Lieutenant Reynard C. Son, Armory Officer, Color Officer. Cadet First Lieutenant Kurt Derek B. Namo, Band Officer. Cadet First Lieutenant Kessel Grace Q. Torino, Medic Officer. Cadet First Lieutenant Dave Lawrence A. Azuelo, Medic Officer. Lieutenant Ariel May D. Umamali, Medic Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, the Safety 1 outgoing cadet officers of SWAT Class 2025.
Headquarters, Citizenship Advancement Training 1, Central Mindanao University Laboratory High School, Muswan, Marama, Bukidnon. CMULHS CAT, 10 June 2025. Unit Order Number 2. Section 1, Promotion. Section 2, Appointment. Promotion. The following male and female cadet officer candidates of Central Mindanao University Laboratory High School, Citizenship Advancement Training 1, under the auspices of the Cadet Officer Candidate School, are hereby promoted to the respective ranks stated below, effective this date. To be Cadet Major, Cadet Private Al Edward Rayo A. Abelinosa. To be Cadet Captain, Cadet Private Paul Simon de Tomas. Cadet Private Rizella Jane P. Okit. Cadet Private Alea Kirsten Claire E. Arellano. Cadet Private Liliosa Carl D. Cotales. Cadet Private Vin Oswald M. Radunin. To be Cadet First Lieutenant, Cadet Private Princess Manders A. Exclamado. Cadet Private Ren Dominic O. Villarmosa. Cadet Private Denise Angela D. Bentic. Cadet Private Sofia Lian Y. Mordeno. Cadet Private Carol May L. Manaa. Cadet Private Amanda Louise V. Otome. Cadet Private Rachel May S. Mapano. Cadet Private Gabriel Pete Michael F. Wizon. Cadet Private Mark Day O. Wagape. To be Cadet Second Lieutenant, Cadet Private Ava Catherine R. Cordova. Cadet Private Abigail Kane B. Mateo. Cadet Private Jaidaya Gwen S. Bacus. Cadet Private Michaela Rian C. Balmosenia. Cadet Private Isabella G. Baguio. Cadet Private that's Derek J. Orzapia. Cadet Private Precious Nicole Q. Kaindoy. Cadet Private Thea Alexis D. Maglasa. Cadet Private Shania Marie E. Oka. Cadet Private Francesca Section 2, Appointment. The following male and female cadet officers of Central Mindanao University Laboratory High School, Citizenship Advancement Training 1, are hereby appointed to the designation indicated opposite their name, effective this date. Cadet Major Al Edward Rayo A. Abelanosa, Battalion Commander. Cadet Captain Paul Simon de Tomas, Battalion S1 Adjutant. Cadet Captain Crizella Jane P. Okin, Battalion S2 Intelligence. Cadet Captain Alea Kirsten Claire E. Arellano, Battalion S3 Operations. Cadet Captain Liliosa Carl D. Cotales, Battalion S4 Logistics. Cadet Captain Vince Oswald M. Ratunil, Battalion S7. Cadet First Lieutenant Princess Mandarins A. Exclamando, Alpha Company Commander. Cadet First Lieutenant Brent Dominic O. Villarmosa, Alpha Company XO. Cadet Second Lieutenant Ava Catherine R. Cordova, Alpha First Platoon Leader and Military Police Officer. Cadet Second Lieutenant Abigail Kate B. Mateo, Alpha Second Platoon Leader and Military Police Officer. Cadet First Lieutenant Denise Angela D. Bentig, Bravo Company Commander. Cadet First Lieutenant Sofia Lian Y. Mordeno, Battalion Company XO. Cadet Second Lieutenant Jardaya Gwen S. Bacos, Battalion First Platoon Leader and Military Police Officer. Cadet Second Lieutenant Michaela Rain C. Balbucenia, Battalion Second Platoon Leader and Military Police Officer. Cadet First Lieutenant Karil May L. Manaa, Headquarters Company Commander. Cadet First Lieutenant Amanda Louise B. Otome, Chief COCS. Cadet First Lieutenant Ritual May S. Mapano, Chief Military Police. Cadet First Lieutenant, Cadet Second Lieutenant Crisabella G. Baguio, COCS Instructor. Cadet Second Lieutenant Hans Derek J. Orsabia, COCS Instructor. Cadet Second Lieutenant Precious Nicole Q. Kaindoy, Medic Officer. Cadet Second Lieutenant Thea Alexis D. Maglasa, Medic Officer. Cadet Second Lieutenant Shania Marie E. Oka, Medic Officer. Cadet Second Lieutenant Francesca Sentosa L. Ocho, Records and Band Officer. Cadet First Lieutenant Mark Dave O. Agape, Armory and Color Officer. By the authority of the Commandant, signed yours truly, Sandra Sirabo, COCS Chief. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 25 cadets of COCC Batch 2024-2025. Batch Alagwari. Pardon. Cadet First Lieutenant Gabriel Pete Michael F. Quizon, Chief Medic. Batch Alagwari, congratulations.
May I request also the presence of the parents, proud parents of this incoming Corps of Cadet Officers for the school year 2025-2026 to congratulate your child.
To be a good leader is to be a good follower. As what many leadership mentors have said, in every salute, every orderly line, and every act of obedience, we are not just following the rules, but building character. To the guest, honor and speaker, please Major Chris Ian, sir. Our respected school principal, Sir Jomar Kapuyan, represented by our Prefect of Discipline, Ma'am Mark G. Arengay, ma'am. Our Commandant and Assistant Commandant, Sir Gerson Biginto, and Sir Edward A. Pagtulunan. To the faculty and staff, fellow cadets and officers, and to everyone in attendance today, a warm greetings to all. Today, we stand, or should I say, we are sitting down, not just as cadets in uniform, but as graduates of a course that helped us grow. Respect, courtesy, and discipline. Three important values I learned from every formation and every discussion. We learn to respect authority
not out of fear, but with the understanding that leadership works best with order and responsibility. Courtesy, the way we address others, follow instructions, and how we carry ourselves with pride and integrity in our uniform. And most of all, our primary goal, the first principle that our guest of honor and speaker said, discipline, in showing up, adhering to the rules, and developing inner control. It gives me great pleasure to close this event. With sincerity and a grateful heart, I would like to extend my warmest gratitude to the school that has served as our training ground and honing venue, and to all the committees who helped make this event successful. And with that, I officially close this ceremony. Daghang salamat o padayon ta, mga kauban kong kadete.
Casting our Prefect of Discipline, Ma'am Marvin Piaricay, our guest of honor and speaker, Chris Ian, Sir Chris Ian, and our Commandant and Assistant Commandant, Sir Kristen, and Sir Edward Tolonan for a photo opportunity.
Adri mo, okay, kumasap. Picture yun po, come here na. Wala ko space.
Requesting our faculty and staff for a photo opportunity. Please prepare our Alpha Company. Please prepare. Requesting our outgoing officers for a photo opportunity.
Hi guys, I will now be